For me, it was about information gathering and research, really learning what was this disease going to look like with time and how could we help prepare for it. And that comes to devices and helpful tools for activities of daily living. And I did a lot of research there. And we also had conversations about, are we going to be able to maintain living in this home? It's a non-accessible two-story home. How would we be able to live here? And if that was the goal, as opposed to selling, what we could do to renovate to make the home accessible. One thing that was really important for Mike, that he have full access to the whole house. He didn't want to be confined to just a couple of ground floor rooms. So that was something we had to look into seriously because renovations take a lot of time.
Oh no, man helped me early on because of planning and carrying out renovation took most of that year, and it kept me busy and involved.
Yeah, Mike was busy. He had a project to manage. He was here at the house through all the very loud and dusty renovations. But again, you know, he was himself and he was able to guide the general contractor and make decisions about what was important for him for living at home using these renos. And so, yeah, it gave a sense of purpose, which was really important at that time. Another area for me for getting down to action was to start advocating for Mike's health care and the appointments. There were so many medical appointments in the early days to confirm the diagnosis and to rule other diagnoses out. And it became really overwhelming in terms of who was telling us what and the names of these different kinds of disorders and tests. And so I needed to make chaos. I had to take chaos and make order from it. So I would take a lot of notes. I had a binder. And Mike is laughing because that's what I do. But I was able to keep things organized so that when the next doctor would say, well, when did you have this test? And have you had that test? And what about this one? I would be able to say, we had this doctor who supported or who created this requisition on this day. And it became really important for me at the beginning. We have those records now. We're not as reliant on them now, but they were really important in the early days. And they helped me sort through who are our different resources and contacts that will help us get the things that we need to get through. So again, it was for me organizing resources, categorizing in my own head what I was going to need later, how I could access it, and get on advocacy.
I think self-care for you.
Yeah.
Not
One of the things I had to learn pretty early on was that in order for me to be any good to Mike and my family, we have adult children. In order to be a good caregiver, I needed to be healthy. And so I actually ended up starting going to the gym on a very regular basis to build up my physical and my emotional strength so that I could be helpful. What they say on the airplane is make sure you put your mask on first, because you can't help anyone if you're not in a position to be healthy yourself. So self-care was definitely one of the things I had to accept. Making order out of chaos from all of the information, and then really serious renovations and really serious conversations about how we would live here. And as part of my self-care, I'll just cycle back to that. One of the things was joining a support group through ALS Canada, and I continue that to this day. They helped me, again, learn of resources and information, great ideas around coping with different situations. And now I believe I've been there for 3 years. I'm now one of those people who's learned enough that I'm now helping other people. So there's a certain element of continuity with this self-care and advocacy that helps others as they come behind us.